Hi there, I want to show you loop cuts and how we can use loop cuts and simple box modeling to create quite complicated shapes. Should make a dog or something. Let's just scale this down a bit, just S, Z, and let's scale it along the Y-axis. There we go. This is my dog. I'm gonna hit Tab to go into edit mode up here, and I'm gonna use loop cuts. The shortcut for loop cuts is Control R. If you think of it like a ring cut, then the shortcut's easy to remember. So Control R, and you see this yellow ring appear. Now, depending on where it is in relation to like this front face, if I go near the middle top, it goes vertical, and if I go near the edge, it goes horizontal. But I want it vertical, so I'm going to left click to put it down, and then you get a two-headed arrow, and then we can slide this. Loop cut and slide. And I'm going to put a loop there. And now I want another one kind of going around this way. So I'm going to Control R, loop cut, left click, and put it down there-ish. Now, something you can do with loop cuts, which is handy here and there, is you can kind of divide up a thing equally. So if I did Control R, just like we did before, if I roll the mouse wheel, we can divide this and keep dividing it or undividing it as many times as you want. Don't really need that here, but it's nice to know about. Right, I'm going to do Control R, and I want a loop cut running this way and a loop cut running this way, exactly the same as we did. So what I'm doing is I'm chopping up these faces, so underneath the body of our dog we've got places for our legs to come out. So now I can change to face select up here, and I can select any faces I want, but I want to do select that face, and then holding shift select that face, and that face. And now I want to extrude my doggy legs down. So extrude, shortcut E for extrude, but I want to make it go downwards. So I look up at my gimbal up here and see the blue Z is the one which is pointing up and down. So I go E for extrude and then Z for down. You see they move at the moment. If I press Z again, then they just stay put. Right, what else does our doggy need? It's gonna want a head. So I'm going to put a loop cut around here, Control R, to get my loop cut and move it up to about here. And now I've got a face I can start making the head of the doggy from. I'm thinking I might grab it out a bit, and I want to grab along this red X-axis here. So I'm going to do G to grab and then X, just to kind of pull it out there a bit. Now I want to extrude the head out, also along this X-axis. E, X, perfect. Right, the tail is probably want to be smaller. Now I could scale this down using S. It might make it a bit weird. But what I'm going to do is inset. Shortcut for inset is I, and then drag in. I'm going to grab it outwards a bit and then extrude it. So you've got a perfect replica of a dog here. Now, really when you're modeling, you want kind of even topology, which is nice kind of similar size polygons across the whole model. So with that in mind, I'm going to do a loop cut there. I'm going to grab it upwards a little bit just so it's a bit curved and doggy shaped. and I'm also going to do some loop cuts on the tail. So I'm going to do one loop cut in the middle and then just roll the mouse wheel like I mentioned. Right, if this doggy's going to have ears, I want to bring its ears up off the top of its head. So to do that, I'm going to put a loop cut there. I'm also thinking I'm going to grab these 4 faces and grab those up on the Z-axis, just so it's a bit more dog shaped to begin with. Should I do the same on these ones? Let's grab all these 4 bottom ones and grab those up on the Z-axis too. There you go, that's better dog shape, isn't it? Right, and I want to bring some ears out from the top of its head. So I'm going to do Control R, and then I'm going to roll the mouse wheel once, and then I'm going to press S to, no, I'm not going to press S to scale. I'm going to do scale Y. Scale Y. Yeah, see those are scaling out along the Y-axis, kind of evenly. That'll do. And then I'm going to go grab that ear bottom and that one, and go EZ. I actually quite like those with angles on them. Right, so that's the basic box model dog shape. We could go further. We could think, well, it's going to want a little nose and inset there, and extrude it. That's going to be a little nose. But we'll probably leave it there as far as the box modeling. Let's just try a different shader mode, see whether it looks any better. No, we'll keep it on the flat one for now. Now I'm going to go to Object, Shade Smooth, and it's at this point I would get into sculpt mode to start making it more interesting. Let me just think. Don't want to do that. No, let's stick a subdivision surface modifier on it. What this does, at the moment, we've just got quite a low polygon model. If I stick a subdivision surface modifier on, which is hidden away under this little spanner or wrench if you're an American, you've got this levels viewport button, and the more you turn it up, the more it looks like a doggy. Ooh. And these things can be applied, which actually makes this topology real. So let me do that. So if I select my subdivision surface modifier over here, that's not easy to say, and do Control A. Let's get back onto my ordinary view. I'm going to go into edit mode. See, we've got a lot more polygons. And not only have we got a lot of polygons, they're all quads. Now a quad is any shape which has 1, 2, 3, 4 vertices. And if at all possible, it's best to make your model all in quads. The reason being is a 4-sided shape will divide into 4, so you can subdivide it and make it denser, or you can reduce it evenly, which is handy to be able to do. But with this kind of basic dog shape, we can go into sculpt mode and turn on Dino Topo, and then we've got a much better starting point to actually start doing any kind of sculpting. So we can start like pulling paws around and giving him a cute ear. Oh, I missed his ear. There's his ear. And we kind of play with these shapes. I'm holding kind of shift and just using the grab tool at the moment, and you can start playing around with this to your heart's content. But we shall leave it there. See how you get on. Thank you for watching.